Hey everyone, it's Cam here and you're watching the Pagan Perspective on Friday Subsweep. So I've got to start off by apologising. This video might be choppy and changey, and the reason for that is I've got a dreadful cold at the moment and I'm likely to be blowing my nose a lot, and I'm sure you don't want to see that. I don't know if it's an allergy I've got, but it's come on quite suddenly and my eyes are stinging, my nose is red raw, I've been sneezing a lot. So yes, here we go. This week's question is in the description box below. I can't remember the exact question. There are a couple of points that I need to address, but I'm just going to tell you about my path and how I've got here so far. So I have been on the spiritual path. I would say it's over a year and a few months now. It was around the time of the summer solstice last year that I was watching TV, and there was an article on the news that was about the summer solstice at Stonehenge in the UK. Something was so magical about it that just drew everything towards me, and I thought I need to do some research into this because I'd heard of pagans, but I hadn't actually been told exactly what they were and what they believed in. I have been brought up, I was brought up Christian, and I have been the whole of my life. I went to a church primary school and we attended church every single week, and something wasn't right for me. And there are many different reasons for this, but one of them was I didn't like some of the views that they had. I don't think this is a religion that's going to serve me well in life. So I didn't really know if I believed in God or not. I was more a child of the universe for about a year, and this was about a year before I discovered paganism. And I tried meditating, and I did this all without realising about paganism and all of the spiritual things that go with that. And when I discovered paganism, it all clicked into place, the aspect of a male deity and a female deity. And since then I would say I've never been better, but things still have been very tough. And I think it's paganism has helped me get through these things, and but then again it has brought up obstacles that I have had to overcome. But I think overcoming them has made me a much stronger person. I don't really have a name for my path. It's incredibly eclectic, and if something doesn't work for me, then I'm not going to try and force myself to practice it or try and say that, oh my goodness, I should be doing this because this is what everyone else does. And that's what Christianity was doing to me, and that's what put me off of things, because everyone was doing it and everyone is different, and some people it didn't work and it wasn't working for me. And so that's the beauty of eclectic spirituality. You can do what you need to become fulfilled, which is what I'm doing right now. How do I know this is the right path for me? Well, I'm pretty sure it is because I feel incredibly fulfilled, soaking myself in nature and rooting with the earth. That's one part of the spirituality path, the spiritual path that appeals to me. Releasing myself to the earth and just listening to myself. I don't consider myself a witch, as lots of, well, I say lots of, a fair few, as lots of pagans do. I feel this is because I don't cast spells. The reason I don't, I feel that you do, well, if I needed to, it would be because I couldn't physically change something. And if I can't physically change something, then the chances are that a spell wouldn't work. So I try and do things from within, because I can wish and do all this for, say, I'd like a tidy room, I would like to have lots of money, but you can do that, or I can physically take action and go and do that. I can go and get myself a job, I can go and tidy my room, I can just go for it. And I believe that that's slightly more powerful than spells. So that's why I don't cast any spells. Why is your particular deity that you follow the one for you? Well, I don't follow a specific deity. I have a male and female god, god and goddess, and I believe that they are much more all-encompassing, and I feel much more whole, because I didn't understand as much how females would get on with a male deity in Christianity, and again I love the aspect of male and female in paganism. It's something that really appeals to me. Was it a long journey to this decision based on the above? Well, no, because it's just over a year that I've been pagan. I was casting circles and doing rituals for about 3-4 months, and then I decided I've always had a love for making videos and interacting with like-minded people, and so I decided to set up my YouTube channel. Being on YouTube has helped me grow incredibly, and I feel I have much more confidence, but I have jumped into this paganism thing quite quickly. I know some people have been practicing for 20 or so years before they start making a YouTube channel and preaching to others. The reason I made mine, my personal one, was I decided that I would talk about my experiences with Wicca so far, paganism. I consider myself to be Wiccan then, but it didn't work for me really, so I've gone back to paganism. So, one thing that I think I was a bit foolish about is people with all this knowledge were going out there and putting videos on different topics, and it was something that I wasn't able to do, and I almost put myself down for it. And since I'd only been on the path for a little under a year at the time of this, I felt silly. Because looking back at it, I don't have any right to go around and teach these things because I'm no expert in them, and I'm not an expert in any field at the moment. My personal channel at the moment is talking on self-love and self-confidence and self-acceptance, because there's some things that I'm dealing with at the moment, and some of the tips that I have for others that I have learnt through my life at the moment, and that seems to be beneficial, and that's because it's coming from my heart. I don't have to do research on it as such. If you want to check out my personal channel, it's The Rook's Hollow. I'll put a link around my face here so you can go and check that out. And yeah, I'd love to see you on my personal channel. I'm hoping to upload some more videos soon. I think the next one I'm doing is going to be on going for it, just go for it. And yeah, I think that, oh no, we've got one last question. Did you do a year and a day thing? If no, longer, shorter? No, I didn't do a year and a day thing. I did about 3 months of that sort of thing. But I mean, I've been so busy with school and everything, it's been quite exhausting. I got my results for my exams that I did yesterday, and I'm very pleased with the results, which is great. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this rambly video. If you made it this far, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back and go and have a chocolate bar and congratulate yourself. So yes, I will speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Much love. Blessed be.